Thank you, Josephine. Josephine?
Okay, let's see. Toki Balas, Beverly Botelli,
Here.
Louis Johnson,
Here.
William Hinaka,
Here.
Stephen Long.
I
Is
haven't seen
Stephen
him
there?
yet, Josephine.
He was here earlier.
No, Josephine.
No? Okay.
No.
Sarah Lansomidero,
Here.
Recording in progress.
Shirley Ogata,
Here.
Susie Sober,
Bob
Marilyn
excuse.
Seeley,
Here.
Barbara Service, Gary Simon.
Gary's
Oh,
online.
him.
Yeah,
Okay,
Gary
yeah, I saw
online.
him in the Zoom. Okay, Lisa Spencer,
Here.
Rick Tabor,
Here.
Charlene Taketa. Oh, no. Leslie Tanoy, she's
Bob
excused.
excuse.
Raylene Teno,
Here.
okay. 10 members, we have a quorum.
Thank you. And Josephine, I'm sorry, did you put Susie Schulberg as excused?
Susie Sober, right?
Right, excused?
Yes, excused.
Okay, thank you, Josephine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Josephine said we had quorum. So the first item of business is our minutes for November 7th. We need a motion for that, please.
I'll motion.
Thank you.
Rick-
It has been moved by Rick Tabor, seconded by Shelley. Agata. Okay, any discussion on our minutes? Any corrections, additions? Seeing none, hearing none, the minutes are adopted without objection. Okay, going on, reports, okay. As our EOA is getting,
Sorry,
director
we
is getting
can-
herself ready,
Yeah,
because they
we're
just
late,
came
yeah.
back from a meeting. I will go with my report first
Okay,
while
thank
she
you.
gets hers, okay, thank you. And we did have some technical difficulties this morning when we were in PPRC, so if something should happen, we hope it doesn't. Just to let you folks know ahead of time, and the technical difficulty was, the screen froze on us, on our end, okay? So just to let you know, if it should happen, we will try to relog back in, okay? Chair's report, it has been a very busy month, somehow we had a meeting in November, and next thing you know, it was time to go ahead and get the agenda out to Caroline, do this, do that, and here we are in December.
Yes.
So, okay. So to put it very shortly, director and I did talk about our agenda, what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do today's agenda, because we did say it will be a modified agenda. And with that, I think my director is ready with her reports. No? Okay.
Anything else you'd like to share, my
Okay,
dear?
I will come on, no, we'll come back. No, that's it. We'll go on with legislative, Rick.
Okay, so legislative, we just met. We had a wonderful presentation by a wonderful doctor. And a bill that we'll probably share. She's still with us here, so if you haven't met her,
Want to do the introductions of your guest?
I don't know if I can pronounce her name. Dr.
Akiona.
Akiona.
And she
Yeah.
is from?
So you're from, are you Molokai and Maui?
Big Island.
Big Island. Okay, almost.
So family physician and an independent practice of an integrated clinic, and I serve the Big Island, and then I opened a branch in Molokai. So
Oh. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I'm quite sure your discussion was very informative for everybody today.
So she has a healthcare bill that she's introducing, so we'll end up voting on the bills. Either next month, or we might have a special meeting, we decided. Once the bills are all introduced, to make sure we have everybody who's covering stuff and get it on the agenda, so we can vote on it here on PABEA, what we're actually covering. So, at this point, we just had a lofty list of things that I went through as far as potential bills. And then our director here will present, a caveat, that we also then are working within. Can I do something on RAC real fast? So,
Oh, okay, it's down here, so can we go with
Yep.
PPRC and then come back to you?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Rick. Okay, so we'll go to plans and
Oh,
projects.
yeah, one more thing. So we also, last month, I actually made a statement that Christina corrected me on, that's inaccurate. The statement I made was that folks on the committee, if you don't wanna cover a bill, you don't have to. Actually, in the bylaws, it says you do. So we're really, so I was trying to cut people slack, but we actually do need to decide which bills we are going to cover. So somebody will be assigned to each bill. And then we in PABEA, once we decide as legislative committee, as you know, then we'll bring it to PABEA and we'll vote on them and go forward from there.
Thank you, Rick. Okay, plans and projects, Lisa?
Thank you. We just wanted to thank the AAAs for your reports each month and for sharing with us how you are identifying your at-risk kupunas in your counties. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay, recognition and awards, Rick.
So we didn't meet this month because folks were busy yesterday, so we didn't have quorum or enough people to actually meet. But I did want to share that Susie and our Katie assistant has agreed to do another Older Americans Month with us. And what I sent an email out to the team, didn't get any response, maybe it just doesn't work that way, but we need to decide on the date. And in June, on the first week, there's something that conflicts, so we're looking at June 12th, Friday, as a potential date, and I don't know, leaders tell me, how do I do that within the sunshine law? But I'd like to make sure Susie and her team have time to work on this.
And because you brought it up in your report, I'll put it on the agenda for next. How's
Okay.
that?
Yeah, and then the other thing, let's put on there too, is there was some, last meeting we had, folks wanted to do something different on the menu, because we had the same menu twice in a row. They're very open to that, but they'd like us to suggest what we would like. So pick one entree, so they'll do a regular entree, a vegetarian entree, and what was the third one? What was the third one? I don't remember what it was. Anyway, pick what the main entree is.
So Rick,
Remember?
for that part about the entree for the
Yeah.
meal, if you could send out us a list of them so we can submit it to.
Well, I don't have a list, it's up to us.
Okay,
That's what
but,
she said.
okay, we'll talk about it after, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
But we'll have that part on the.
All right, more to come.
Okay,
That's that.
thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Rick. And I thank all the committee chairs for doing such a great job. Okay, unfinished business, via Hawaii revised statutes, and that one there dealt with, should we have to stop our meetings? Can we continue with those who are here in person? So that is still an ongoing investigation, so ongoing research, shall I say. Until we find out, we will still keep it on the agenda. And I think director is ready now.
Yes, director's ready.
Okay.
My apologies. We were having such a very, we had a county executives meeting today. We were across the way in the other room. We had a lot to talk about and then we got here just in the nick of time. So my apologies. I just wanted, first of all, I want to wish all of you happy holidays as you spend time with family and friends in the next few weeks. Thank you for all your support over this last year. It's been a trying year both professionally and personally. So I am very grateful for everybody and thank you so much. You know, with the federal, you know, a lot has happened in this fall time period with the federal shutdown, with you know, the uncertainty overall this last year since the new administration's come into play. We have gotten word that the Administration for Community Living has unveiled a revised mission, vision, and set of principles aimed at advancing the Make America Healthy Again agenda. So they're emphasizing to us around strategic priorities, including care, and these ones have been there before, right? Caregiving, connecting people to services, that's what we do in the aging network, whole person health, employment, and the protection of rights and prevention of abuse. So that's some of the broad strokes that the ACL is looking at to align with this Make America Healthy Again. On my front, November was a very busy month as far as National Family Caregivers Month, and it was a time for us to really recognize and support the role of caregivers, the unpaid caregivers in our community. And this year's theme was called Plug Into Care. And that was a national theme. I also, because of that, I took part in was it two? Uh, two segments around the National Family Caregivers Month this in the month of November. So one was the Hawaii News Now, I'm sorry, Hi Now Daily. Hi Now Daily was my second one. And then the other one was KHON2 did a pre-taping around National Family Caregivers Month. So that was really good to be out there and to be presenting about that. I also took part in UA's World Planning Day at the UH on November 6th. I may have discussed that because that was right before our PABEA meeting last month, but that was really good. Some of the things that came from that were, because it was with the planning, World Planning Day, is I got to meet students that are going to very soon be graduating in planning and their interest in possibly getting a position as a planner within state government. So I had a lot of follow-up emails from that. I also talked to a few of them and, so it looks like it could be promising, but again, it has to go through the state system, right, of hiring and all of that. We are transitioning to a new database in the spring and more to come on that. SHIP is winding down finally on open enrollment and it's going to be again, it's going to be really great to see the data that comes from this. Every year they just do more and more with their limited resources. I'm just so very proud of all the work that they do. I do have some sad news that our Candace Nakamoto is going to be leaving us for the Department of Health. So, she's been with us for 8 years. We've been through so many things with her and stuff. We're very excited. She's, I think, either on her way to Japan right now or in Japan, but she will be coming back. She doesn't have her start date yet with the Department of Health, but is going to be taking the position over there. So we're excited. And then for her Hawaii Dementia Initiative, we actually just finished our last full month of the public awareness campaign. So that will be winding down. I'm looking very forward to the data that's going to be coming from that, how we've been able to increase awareness around brain health and also around early detection of Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. And then that's going to be really exciting and more to come on that. We also just sent out a bunch of resources and toolkits to all legislators at the state capitol that they can use either in the newsletters to get out word around brain health. And that just went out, I think, just 2 days ago. So we're excited for that. And we thank them because they were the ones that supported the public awareness campaign with the funds that came down to Executive Office on Aging. And the last thing that wasn't in my report that I know was discussed during the legislative session was this upcoming legislative session. And, it's going to be with so much uncertainty at the federal level. We know that there's going to be a difficult year for our state legislators. I mean, I'm really feeling quite sorry for them. They're going to have a lot of tough decisions to make in a very short period of time. So the governor's office has really asked us not to propose any new projects or any bills with appropriation. So EOA did not submit anything for this next legislative session. And that we're gonna, and they asked us to just really to anything more policy related or something that doesn't have an appropriation, we're okay supporting as long as it aligns with our strategic plans. We may actually be in a position where we're only gonna have to comment on it, intent or even respectfully oppose things that, or just not even testify on things that maybe are large appropriation asks that have to do with the aging, just because, it's going to be such a difficult year. But we'll see what comes from the community, what comes this afternoon from the Kapuna caucus, and then, we'll have more to say about that. And especially if it requires that the Executive Office on Aging is going to be a lead in something, As you all know, we have a lot of new staff. We are still trying to execute programs and projects that have been passed in previous legislative sessions, such as like our Medi from last year. So there's just a lot of things that we don't want to put our neck out for something that we may feel that we can't do. So, you know, I have to be very strategic in how I look at some of these things, and I ask for your support in that. I ask that when you are testifying as a PABEA member, that it's wearing the Policy Advisory Board hat. I know many of you belong to many different organizations, and if you feel that you're kind of conflicted, you're not sure, or it's something that's really dear to your heart, maybe it has to do with, I don't know, Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's or whatever it may have to do with, if it's something that you want to, or you're conflicted, is that you, maybe you testify as an individual on that and maybe not be the lead for that specific topic that PABEA is looking at. So we just ask that, you know, my position is going to be a tough position this year to take for the legislative session, and that I just ask if you guys could all just follow suit. If you have any questions, please, and you're not sure where to go, Christina and I are here to help with that. We'll be more than happy to help with that. As I think as the legislative committee moves forward with what they're looking at. So is there anything you want to say?
I'll just say, so we're gonna bring forward, we're gonna vote on what PABEA bills we're going to follow and who's in charge of that. So what we'll do is, and we've been talking about this, and we did it in years past, as we write testimonies, we'll send them out to you so you can see them, so it's kind of be in sync. You can always present on your own if you want to and need to, just not saying that you're with PABEA. There's a preamble, and we'll share that. So like I do things for a number of other nonprofits, and I don't necessarily mention PABEA because we haven't voted on it here.
Yeah.
So we'll vet them, and then we'll vote on them together, and we'll discuss them. And I always say the beauty is we have Christina sending us updates and stuff like that, so we'll all be in sync.
Yeah.
And it'll happen fast. So I would say that once we know what bills have been introduced, we just, again, in legislative committee, agreed that we're going to do a special meeting ahead of time so that we can get it to us within the sunshine law rules to vote on as we go forward. Because the session goes fast.
It goes very fast.
And we just learned this today. So we'll just have to sort out what that means going forward.
Yeah, but I do appreciate all of your support, and I think, like Rick said, if it's dear to your heart, it's something you want to test, yeah, you can, we're all individuals, right? We can testify on anything, but you're testifying as an individual, not, we're in the habit of a policy advisor.
So we did this during COVID, we did this after the wildfire, and now we're doing this with the current administration. So it's not like we haven't been here before. So.
I'm sorry, that was my long report, but I just had so much I wanted to share.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
Okay,
very
thanks.
much. Okay, going on, there's no, any public testimony? No? Okay, going on, any appointed member has a report? Oh, okay, going on, ex officio, and as I did ask last month, and I will repeat my request to everybody here. If you have a report, please be very concise in what you have. I know the execs have submitted their written report, and we will stand on their written report unless they really have something to add, okay? So going on, some of people have said that they're not gonna be here. Janelle is here though.
Kathy's here too.
Kathy's here too. Okay, Janelle's
Yeah.
here.
Hi, everybody. Nothing to report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Happy holidays. Kathy?
I have one announcement. Judy Moore Peterson, MedQuest Administrator, Hawaii Medicaid Director, announced she will be retiring December 31st. Yeah, it's unfortunate. She has served as Hawaii Medicaid Director for the past 10 years. Our Meredith Nichols, Assistant Administrator, will serve as acting Hawaii Medicaid Director. Judy said in an email, it's been an honor and have much gratitude to have the opportunity to work with people in Hawaii They're truly amazing people. I believe she was previously from Oregon. She was Oregon Medicaid Director. From the DHS and the MedQuest Division, we want to wish all a safe and fun holiday season.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks.
Thank
Kathy.
you. Okay, I think those are the only two that I saw on the,
Miss.
correct? I don't think, so going on down to our agencies. Okay, Kauai, anything you want to say? No, okay, thank you. Then.
Yes.
Sorry, I knew it was there, I just had to find it, sorry, dear.
No problem. Well, nothing to add to the report.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Emily?
Nothing had to my report.
Okay, Rowena?
I just want to say we had a great senior fair.
Yay.
We had over 1,000
Yeah.
people participate, and so your group was there, and yeah, a lot of EOA groups were there as well. So we thank you guys for the support. It went from 10 to 4 at the Queen Kahumanu Shopping Center, and then we also did demonstrations for bingo size and enhanced fitness. We're going to start a new bingo size program. It's an evidence-based program starting in January. So we'll see how that goes, and then we'll share our results with the other counties, because it's a good program, I think, for those seniors who are less mobile, you know, need to do exercises sitting down. So we're really looking forward to that. And another bit of good news is that we have this RFP that we worked on with the Department of Agriculture at the County of Maui to do a supplemental food program for our seniors who are in the congregate dining program. So what we wanted to do was encourage farmers in Maui County to produce like fruit packages or prepackaged vegetables that we could give to the seniors at the congregate dining sites. And then with that, there's also an educational component as to how to use the fruits and vegetables in your own meals and who the farmers are, so that we can connect farmers and seniors together. So the RFP went out a couple days ago, and we're just looking forward to seeing what kind of results we get. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, very good, very interesting things happening over there, the Big Island, on Maui County rather. Okay, our next meeting is on January 9th, Friday at 12 p.m. There is a Kapuna Caucus meeting this afternoon at 2 p.m. and it will be via Zoom. And I believe Rick sent out the notice to all the legislative committee members. If you are a PABEA member and did not receive it, let us know so that we can send it to you also. On behalf of myself, and I think for the executive director, as she said, we wish you all a very happy holidays. Please, everybody, and even those online, please be very safe. Okay, as we said in our committee, it's not only being a pedestrian, being a rider in a vehicle, even if you're in the back seat, please put on those seat belts. Okay, there are too many unnecessary things happening out there, so please be exceptionally careful. And we see you next year on January 9th. And with that, with that, we are adjourned.